We're gonna take some money and YouTube will open. And so we go to YouTube, we grab the link to share, which is the share button going for it. So we all do share, we just click copy, it does it for you. And then we close this, and we close YouTube. Okay. And then we go back to open media. We scroll down to the video and URL, the letter, and do control paste. Scroll to the bottom. This is important. So that takes you back up to the top. And next you're going to go to index.
Oh, okay, so this is.
Remember this part? So we're going to do a report all. As you're going to get to me.
I have,
Dr. Tunnel?
yes.
Oh, shit.
In both
really?
hands, yeah.
It's, how do you do your job with carpal tunnel?
Smile. But I think it's actually from, especially this one is, well, I am looking, but, I got two products. Yeah, I got invited by an employee of mine that it just started work like 2 weeks before that, and he really
That's never good.
He was so embarrassed. The man in his and so it happened to get off of work, and I was at the stoplight just outside of work, and he went to walk his foot on the brake but hit gas instead. So I have labral tear in my hip and meniscus tear in my knee on my left side.
Why don't you do braces or something that you do already?
They never, okay, so I didn't know how to do anything with the crack that I never had before, and the care I got was not. Yeah. Physical therapy for a while. I like put out hospitals surgeries for all three of them, but
Okay.
anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna say show live on site. And I'm gonna wait. Oh, we should have to send you out here for so people can see you.
I saw your first meeting and your head was like down in the powdered red culture. That was your head. I was like,
I mean, I have to, sometimes I have to look out.
yeah.
Debbie, take a deep breath. Inhale on 4, exhale on 6.
Yeah, right. That's like it's done.
Tabletop.
With this business, the more years you're in it, the higher the expectations.
Well, it's a nice training.
Gee,
That's because the more skilled you are.
go figure.
The more pro. I always bring them up because I don't want to be the only one. Oh, wow.
That's fair. I'll bet it for
Use this. And if that can be council offer right now, because I don't know anybody in these 2 seats.
probably go a little further if you wanted to.
anything that you have to do, when you put the food open, no one will put it in first.
Okay.
Yeah. It's close to that.
Yeah, I have them right here, and then after, yeah, I know this is not that real.
We can,
Did I join the meeting now, so I'm not screwed up?
no, we like to watch the struggle.
Thanks.
The hair for you, Sandy.
Thanks.
Oh, no, it's a mold about the stuff. And it's like, typically I would think to, people get speak like sometimes, like something, but you won't say. But a lot of times, it's gonna be you know, what we do. And then even you'll zoom on for some reason. So this is.
And then Josh.
He's gotta keep Sandy.
Just gotta keep me.
I don't think he's gonna do that. You know, your optimism is so strong and Sandy.
And jaded and so cheeky.
Do you keep times of like, keep times of the pledge of allegiance or?
Because that's things happen right here. So. As things happen, okay. But he's able to keep up. His things
Especially for this.
yeah, so,
Doctor.
when it starts, you hit this, and it syncs the time over there.
Okay.
This little button here. And you can, under this button, you can add it kind of out. You need to like make it a couple seconds early. But if you make one that. Yeah. Well, hey, Cody,
Yeah.
when you make a motion,
Uh-huh.
you can say, I move to adopt, instead of I motion. It's
Okay.
part of the actual language. And
Okay.
I didn't think it was big to them.
Okay, got it. All right. Move I shall.
Thank you.
Sure.
So far, you and Addie are it. Addie, you're looking very serious.
I wouldn't mind if this was postponed. You know, I want to chill. Not this time.
Well, we try. It's just that getting people to respond is sometimes challenging.
That's why, yeah, hearings officer, done,
Yeah.
done. Man, I don't know if I'll be able to get by without this paycheck, but I will, I can cut corners somewhere. I'll trim it up.
Start.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks. I'm
Yeah.
starting the recording.
Got your name up here?
Yeah.
Hey,
Say
nice.
you don't want everybody to know about.
okay. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you. We're waiting for a report. Okay, quick question in regards to that email that I sent you. If I. Thank you. if I do have to recuse myself, we need a quorum plus one, right?
You don't have to recuse yourself from this.
You don't think so?
No, transaction's done, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Money from developing property.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
but it would be nice to have a forum.
Okay.
For the applicant's sake.
The applicant's sick?
The applicant's sake.
Oh, for the applicant's sake. Got it.
So may I start the recording again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not.
This.
I'm sharing my screen.
Well, Steve, welcome. Thanks for, sitting through Monday. Earned your stripes already.
Educational.
Yeah, for sure. How long was that? Another 3.5 hour doggy?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had executive session. Yeah, it's pretty. I think overall it's constructive. Constructive, people respectful, which is all you can ask for.
Yep.
Yeah. Really, really want, there's two sides. See what's nice. Respect each other, so.
Yep, sure. We're waiting for a quorum, by the way. Okay. Did I already say that?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Cody.
Yes.
Hey, do we have an expectation for a quorum tonight?
I do not know.
Only received one. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I always expect a quorum, but that's my,
We always ask for people from their attendance.
okay.
Do we have any indication that another planning commissioner will be joining us?
Have hope,
Did you say you have hope?
yes.
Okay, I also have hope, but I'm happy to help wrangle one if we have anybody who we think might answer the phone.
Yeah. Right on.
Josh is on it.
Okay, standing by. Thank you. Thank you for everybody else who's at the meeting as well.
Sure. Let's get to the budget. Okay.
Yeah, we finally have gonna have a deadline to meet June
Okay.
17th.
Okay.
So we're moving as quickly as we can. Just I'm a fire underneath Tim's ass right now.
Got
There you
it.
go. Yeah,
Wait, who's Tim?
he owns the building. Yeah,
Got
he's the general on the job. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you think you're gonna make that June 17th? 1 month?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That'd be nice. Your cooks will be so happy.
It'd be just great for employee retention.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Is there gonna be a window in there? Or is it just on the box?
No, there'll be a window, well, not a window, but a pathway that'll go into the hot pickup area, ingress egress for the dish pit, prep kitchen.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
You'll be able to see directly into it, but you'll see activity.
Okay. Okay, because I was just like, and obviously I was there a couple weeks ago and saw it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we finally took down the panels.
Hi, Jamie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Jamie, it's Josh. We're waiting on a quorum right now.
Mhm.
Looks like one of our commissioners is on the way in. I think we'll have a quorum after she comes on. Do you know it is your applicant making it tonight or?
Oh, nope. You guys just have me tonight. So
Okay.
I'm gonna update them afterwards. So I'm it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, thank
Well-
you. Thank you for contacting another commissioner. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I think we're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Planning Commission, May 15th, 2025. It is just after 5:30. Calling this meeting to order. Paulo, may we please have the roll call?
Addie Case,
Present.
Cody Cornett,
Here.
John Grant is absent, Steve Light,
Present.
Maria Pena is absent, Carrie Pipinich,
Present.
Nick Pertella is absent.
Thank you. The Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next is the approval of the agenda. If the commissioners have had a chance to review the agenda, may I please have a motion to approve the agenda with a second?
I'd move to approve the agenda.
Thank you. And a second? Oh, this is for today's agenda. Yeah.
I'll second that.
Thank you. A motion has been made to approve the agenda along with a second. All in favor of approving the agenda, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Unanimous. In regards to this next item, approval of minutes from the April 17th meeting, we only have 3 of the commissioners here. Do we just need to move that to the next?
Yeah, I think Jonathan makes sense. We just move this to the next meeting, those minutes.
Yeah, is that because Commissioner Light wasn't at the meeting? Is that
Correct.
right?
Yep,
Even though,
that's
okay,
right.
so we have a quorum, but we don't have actually enough. Well, hold on a second. Let me think about it. We have a majority of the commissioners voting and present. I think, honestly, you probably could do it tonight, but it doesn't seem very urgent. So let's just punt it. But I think, like, conceptually, you might be able to actually approve it, but it doesn't make sense because why risk it? So
Okay,
Yeah.
moving that to the next meeting. Next is public comment. During this portion of the meeting, anyone may speak on any subject matter that does not later appear on the agenda. 5 minutes per person will be allowed. We have a couple people in the virtual audience. Gary's iPhone. If he is public commenting, this seems like no. So we will move on to the quasi judicial public hearing. Bear with me, please. Now is the time specified for the commission to conduct a quasi judicial public hearing to consider the following matter. CUP application, conditional use permit application number 214-25, an application for a conditional use permit to site and construct a 3,450 square foot, 1-story commercial structure to be used as a 6-unit storage facility at 3826 West 6th Street. This hearing requires the commission to make its decision based on to make its decisions based exclusively on the applicable criteria, the evidence in the record, and specific findings. The substantive criteria on which the commission will base its decision in this matter are found in the staff report. Anyone who wishes to testify must be recognized by me before testifying. When I recognize you, please proceed to the microphone and state your name and mailing address for the record. The hearing is also required to be recorded. Generally, the public hearing procedure will go as follows. First, we will begin with the staff report and any questions the commission may have for the staff. Then we will hear from the applicant if they wish to present their project. Next, I will ask for testimony from the proponents of the application, those in favor of granting the permit. Then I will ask for testimony from any opponents of the application, those against granting the permit. Finally, I will ask for testimony from anyone else who wishes to offer relevant testimony or ask relevant questions. After all their testimony, the applicant will have an opportunity for final rebuttal. To expedite the hearing, commissioners may ask questions of persons as they testify. When this process has been concluded, I will close public testimony and the commission will deliberate towards a decision. During the hearing, some important standards apply. First, if you testify, please address your testimony to the applicable substantive criteria or other criteria which the person believes applies to the decision that the comprehensive plan or the Dalles Municipal Code Title 10. Second, failure to raise an issue with enough detail to allow the commissioners and the parties an opportunity to respond to that issue prohibits an appeal to the Land Use Board of Appeals on that issue. Third, failure to participate in the public hearing, either orally or in writing, precludes appeal to the Land Use Boards of Appeals. Fourth, prior to concluding the hearing, anyone may ask that the record be held open for additional evidence or arguments. If such a request is made, the commission will either A, continue the hearing to a time and date at least 7 days in the future, or B, hold the record open for at least 7 days. Finally, the commission's final decision must include findings of fact demonstrating that applicable standards are met, conditionally met, or not met. These are the rules. Are there any questions? Okay. Do any of the members of the commission need to declare any ex parte contacts, conflicts of interest, or bias? No?
No.
No? Okay. For the record, I helped Mr. Stewart purchase this property back in, I should have looked it up, but maybe 2019 or 2020. Long time ago. That transaction has since closed. I haven't had any contact with Joe Stewart in regards to that property or anything else for that matter, except the friendly wave in town. And I don't think that I have any ethical issues with participating in this meeting. The public hearing is now open. May we please have the staff report?
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Cornett and members of the commission. For the record, Sandy Freund, Senior Planner with the City of the Dalles Planning Department. This is a request by the applicant, Joe Stewart, to site and develop a storage facility at 3826 West 6th Street on a 0.14 acre site to include all applicable site improvements. The subject property is undeveloped and located in the general commercial zoning district. Development of storage facilities in this district are permitted subject to the approval of a conditional use permit. The subject site is currently undeveloped with an existing non-conforming drive approach that will be improved to city standards. The site was previously developed with an older home used as a commercial establishment. I believe that ceased to exist around 2018, 19, somewhere in there. The surrounding properties are zoned general commercial with established uses. To the north is West 6th Street, and to the west is a motel and an auto repair business. To the south is a manufactured home community, and to the east is a manufactured home sales lot. This project could be considered as commercial infill. This slide shows the overall site plan, and I'll probably come back to it when we're going over the review criteria. Again, the applicant proposes a 6-unit storage facility with required site improvements. Those improvements will include hard surfacing the site, providing on-site vehicular maneuvering, 2 parking spaces, a bicycle parking space, a pedestrian walkway along the northern portion of the building, which is the hashed area you see in this overall site plan, and access from West 6th Street to the site. There'll be landscaping, stormwater infiltration pond, and sidewalk and access improvements along West 6th Street. The 3,450 square foot structure will consist of 6 storage units, each with individual doors on the front and back, as well as roll-up doors on the north side of units 2 through 6. Each storage space will include an HVAC unit and transom window. The eastern elevation of Unit D, which is at the top of this slide, will face West 6th Street, and that will act as the main entry to the site with access to the small office in that unit. The building will be comprised of hardy plank siding and a metal roof. The conditional use permits must comply with specific review criteria as outlined in the Dalles Municipal Code, and that's what you see on the slide here, numbers 1 through 3. The criteria specifically are that the use is conditionally permitted in the zoning district, that the proposal conforms with all applicable standards of development in the zoning district, and that any negative impacts resulting from the proposed use can be mitigated with conditions of approval. The proposed use is permitted in the general commercial district with a conditional use permit and has met or will meet the standards of development with conditions of approval. An example of the standards include the overall design, development standards, landscaping, driveway entrance standards, internal circulation, parking, and outdoor lighting. Findings number 18 through 36 in your staff report provide the details related to the required standards listed in number 2 on this slide. And for number 3, the impacts, I'll discuss on the next slide. And while I discuss this, I'm going to put the site plan up for you so you can see it while I'm discussing it. The findings related to impacts are covered in detail in the staff report, and they start with finding number 11 through 17. All criteria have been met outright or with conditions of approval. Regarding noise impacts, the applicant states no anticipated noise-generating activities will occur on the site. All proposed lighting will be wall-mounted on the building and downshielded to prevent spillover glare into the public right-of-way. And pole lights on site are not proposed. Any dust or other particulate matter generated on site shall be contained on the site, and a condition of approval has been written to address potential nuisance issues that may occur related to noise, dust, vibrations, or odors from the site. The transportation system is capable of supporting the proposed project as West 6th Street is an arterial as identified in the city's transportation system plan, also known as a TSP. And the applicant has indicated that the development will generate 5 average daily trips, and that's been confirmed by our traffic engineer. And that's based on the ITE land use code for storage facilities. The applicant will provide all site frontage improvements to include vehicular access way improvements, pedestrian improvements with the construction of a sidewalk, which will also include the pedestrian access to the site from the sidewalk, as well as on-site demarcations for pedestrian movement. And again, the site will be hard surface to include 2 parking spaces, one of which will be ADA compliant. On-site landscaping will occur, as well as creation of an infiltration pond at the rear of the site. I'll just show you that real quick on this slide. I don't know if you can see the mouse. The West 6th Street on this side over here, this will be the proposed sidewalk, and there will be a pedestrian access from the sidewalk onto the site, and it'll be demarked on the asphalt, the pedestrian way, if you will, another pedestrian access here. This will be landscaping over here and an infiltration pond on this end. This unit will not have a roll-up door. The others will have roll-up doors, and the office will be this unit 6, and the office space is over here and a small bathroom, and then this will also act as storage. And the individual doors to each unit are on the front, facing each unit here, and to the back, there'll be entry doors as well. Okay. I would like to state that staff has an amendment to a condition before I make the recommendation. Condition 1E. It states, I'll read it out loud. The applicant shall provide a complete and detailed landscape and irrigation plan demonstrating compliance with the Dalles Municipal Code 10.7.030.040 and 10.6.010.070, comma, to include parking lot landscaping where applicable. All site landscaping shall be installed prior to occupancy. It is that sentence where it states to include parking lot landscaping where applicable that I would like to remove because they're not required to landscape the parking lot if it's not more than 6 parking spaces, and they only need 2 parking spaces, therefore parking lot landscaping is not required. So with that amendment to condition 1E, Staff recommends,
Sorry, where's condition 1E in the?
oh, I'm
staff-
sorry, the
what
staff
page?
report is on page 11 of 12 at the top.
Got it.
And it's after the Dalles Municipal Code section 10.6.010.070. There's a comma, and then it states to include parking lot landscaping where applicable.
Okay.
I'd like to strike that sentence. And with that amendment, staff recommends the planning commission move to adopt resolution number PC-628A-25, approving conditional use permit CUP 214-25 based upon the findings of fact and conclusions of law set forth in the agenda and staff report. Your alternatives are numbers 1 and 2. I just read the staff recommendation. Number 1, commission alternative 2 is if the planning commission chooses to deny the conditional use permit, CUP 214-25, move to direct staff to prepare a resolution of denial, and the planning commission shall identify the specific criteria concerning this decision. With that, I conclude my presentation. I'm open for any questions.
So with removing that, sorry.
Fine.
With removing that to include parking lot landscaping where applicable, have you suggested to the applicant or made a condition to the applicant that they should improve landscaping elsewhere on the lot, or is there?
They're proposing landscaping that exceeds the code requirements already on the
Okay.
site. And
Okay.
so I have that condition in there because we didn't get a complete landscaping plan with the application materials. And so it needs to be submitted when they apply for their building permit so that we can see where the landscaping is going to, I mean, it's going to occur on the site. They already showed it, but we need to have plants identified and sizes and all that.
Sure, but the landscape is going to be happening at the rear of the lot. There's no like frontage trees or landscaping or anything like that.
Not that I'm aware of, but that's what I need to look at when they submit it, where they're going to
Okay.
put their landscaping. They are proposing this area over here and over here.
Is there really any room to landscape in the front, or is it pretty much just like sidewalk to
It's pretty much
pavement?
sidewalk. It's going to be sidewalk with those improvements. It's a pretty constrained lot.
Yeah,
And, good commercial infill. It's a good opportunity to develop this site.
sure.
So-
Yeah, okay. Okay,
And the applicant is aware of this change in conditions. We were speaking about it before the meeting.
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions for staff? Nope, okay. Thank you for the staff report. Does the applicant wish to present their project?
Yes, hello. For the record, my name is Jamie Crawford. I'm with AKS Engineering. The address is 3775 Crates Way, the Dalles, 97058. We've been working closely with Sandy. We've reviewed her staff report, and we completely agree with her analysis, findings, and with the conditions of approval contained therein. I'm mostly just here to answer any questions that the commission may have of me or our proposal. To answer your question about the landscaping, it is a really constrained site. There is a little sliver of landscaping in between the front of the building and 6th Street that essentially to the naked eye is just going to look like a continuation or a larger landscape area of the right of way, but it'll continue onto the building. With
Okay.
that, if there's any questions.
I have no questions. Any questions from the other commissioners? No.
None.
No. Okay. Thank you, Jamie,
Thank
for
you.
that. Moving on, does anyone wish to testify in favor of the application? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Up to 3 minutes per speaker is allowed. And we do not have anyone in the audience here, so we'll move on from that. Does anyone wish to testify in opposition to the application? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Up to 3 minutes per speaker is allowed. Okay. Does anyone wish to testify or ask questions on this matter not in favor or opposition? Please state your name and address for the record. Up to 3 minutes per speaker is allowed. I'm just seeing if Gary's iPhone is gonna do anything, but I don't think Gary's there. In that case, does the applicant wish to present any rebuttal? As we receive no further testimony, we will not have the applicant present any rebuttal. Do the commissioners feel they have enough information to make a decision? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes is on the Zoom screen. I do as well. Commission is ready for deliberations. In that case, closing the public testimony now. Thank you. We'll proceed to deliberate. I don't have any I personally do not have any outstanding comments.
None.
Any from our Zoomers? All right. In that case, if anyone cares to make a motion, please do. The motion language is on page
108.
Thank you.
Chair Coordinator, it should be in the script I think I provided, but
Well, I have that, but not everyone else does.
oh, got it. No, I mean this in the script it says what page number the
Oh,
motions
got
are
it.
on.
Thank you. Yeah. Page 62 or 112. Yeah, I know.
Okay, I know.
For the record, I could not make a motion.
Do I have to read the entire thing? Or can I just move to?
You could just read.
Is that
No, this is the motion. You could just under commission alternatives, you could just read the staff recommendation on page 62 if you wanted to. If someone wanted to.
Scrolling back.
Okay.
Okay, I would move to adopt resolution number PC 628A-25. A resolution approving the conditional use permit number 214-25 based upon the findings of fact and conclusions of law set forth in the agenda staff report with all conditions of approval outlined below as amended by Sandy.
Thank you. And may we please have a second?
I will second that motion.
Excellent. A motion has been made to move to adopt resolution number PC 628A-25. The staff recommendation, a resolution approving conditional use permit number 214-25 based upon findings of fact and conclusions of law set forth in the agenda staff report with all conditions of approval outlined below with the modification made by Sandy to the condition. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous ayes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, commissioners.
And in that case, we can move on to staff comments and project updates.
Great. Thank you, everyone. I just want to jump right into welcoming Commissioner Steve Light to the team here. We're going to have a short meeting tonight because he sat through a grueling one on Monday. So that was his initiation to the team. He was here till 9 o'clock. So we appreciate having you. Just a heads up scheduling wise, our next meeting, we will be discussing The adoption of our Pick'em requirements, those are new flood control provisions. So those have been sent to DLCD for their review. We sent them out to FEMA this last week as well for their review. FEMA's been pretty lights off lately, since January, really. So we hopefully followed their direction on it. There were some tweaks that we made. We didn't exactly follow the model code, but we received some legal counsel on how best to address these requirements to require no net loss standards. But all in all, this is we are adopting the model code from 2020. That's the bulk of it. Our code it was very, very old. So we are going to be sending out some notices to all impacted property owners tomorrow, as well as impacted property owners that will be affected when our new maps are adopted, which is going to occur sometime this next year. So we're sending out dual noticing. So if you do hear from anyone or they reach out, I received these 2 notices, they have any questions, there's information on there, they could just give us a call. These are ballot measure 56 notices. They are required by the state to look a little threatening. They effectively have language in there that is required that we put in that says, like, language along this may impact your property values. So people do get a little alarmed by it. So yeah, just let them know. They can reach out to us for any questions. The meeting after that, so June 19th, is going to be a cancellation due to a Juneteenth holiday. So we have that off. July 3rd, it's undetermined at this time. Currently nothing on the agenda, but we may have something there. I will be out of town, so somebody else may have to step in for me. And then July 17th, we're going to have a joint planning commission city council discussion. It's going to be held on a Thursday evening, and that's going to be to discuss an ongoing economic opportunities analysis that we actually just kicked off today. So that is going to be something we're looking to adopt come September. An update for everybody on, you have a question on that?
I was just gonna say, remember, I won't be here July 17th.
Okay.
I will Zoom in just to listen, but I will not be in a position to run the meeting.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you.
I can
Yep.
try to plan on actually being there that day.
Okay. Update to everyone. The subdivision appeal, the Alfred subdivision, as you know, this was the last one that was discussed here. The appeal was denied by Planning Commission, which affirmed the decision to approve the subdivision. It was later appealed to City Council. That was discussed on Monday. That appeal was denied. So the city's final decision was an approval on that subdivision. There's the potential that this application could go to the Land Use Board of Appeals. That is always an option for an individual. We will keep you posted the more we hear on that one. And we did discuss this hearings officer idea with our city council right after our meeting. And it seems like there was general support from city council as there was with planning commission. So staff will be exploring that over this next year. We're not really rushing into it at this point because we really want to, make sure it's the right thing for us, get our ducks in a row. But that is something. It seems like there is support for us to move forward on that as well. With that, I can answer any questions anybody may have, or we keep it short and sweet and get out of here.
No questions for me.
No questions.
No questions. Commissioner comments or questions? I guess that falls under that. I have none. All right. Thank you all so much. Easy breezy. Have a lovely night. Adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
Every meeting's like that. Easy.
Every
We're out
one
of
of
here by 6. Yeah.